Wendy Williams has gone through a lot in the past few years, and things seem to keep getting worse. Wendy started her radio career as a DJ in Boston in 1984. In 1986, she got her first major role as an afternoon DJ at WVIS 106.1 in St. Croix, U.S. Virgin Islands. In the early 1990s, she moved to New York City, where she landed a position at 98.7 KISS FM as a fill-in DJ, until finally being hired as part of the morning show. A year later, Wendy landed her own show working the evening shift from 6 to 10 p.m. In 1993, Wendy won a Billboard Award for the Best On-Air Radio Personality. She was definitely that girl. Wendy wanted to transition into television, and her big break came in 2008. On July 14, 2008, The Wendy Williams Show debuted and had 6 weeks of promo shows in select areas in the U.S. On July 13, 2009, the show went nationwide due to its very high viewership. The Wendy Williams Show was a success and aired for 13 seasons. Although the program aired for 13 seasons, due to ongoing health issues, Wendy was not able to host the final season of her show. Throughout the years, Wendy has experienced multiple health challenges. In May 2022, Wendy was placed under a financial guardianship. Her bank, Wells Fargo, petitioned for guardianship, claiming that she was incapacitated and a victim of potential financial exploitation. Sabrina Morrissey is the guardian appointed by the courts to oversee Wendy's finances and welfare. Sabrina sold Wendy's $4.5 million apartment in the financial district of New York City and at a loss too. It was reported that the property sold for only $3.75 million, much less than what it was purchased for. Much of Wendy's clothes and furniture were put into storage, but Wendy's beloved cats, Chit Chat and My Way, were sold without Wendy's knowledge or say-so. Wendy stated that, "I had no idea that they actually took my cats. I wanted my cats with me." Then Wendy's guardian, Sabrina Morrissey, had Wendy placed in Coterie Hudson Yards. Wendy Williams Senior Living Center has 5-star amenities, like gourmet dining, with meals prepared by a chef, 24/7 concierge service, a fitness center, a full-service spa, and recreational activities. A single room costs $27,000 per month. But Wendy is in the memory unit, which is an additional charge of $10,000 to $25,000, easily bringing her rent up to $52,000 a month. This senior living community is supposed to be a luxurious community. But Wendy doesn't think so, and she doesn't hold back her disdain for Coterie Hudson Yards and how much she doesn't like it. According to Wendy, nothing is luxurious about the community, and Wendy has stated, "It is more like a prison." Wendy lives on the 5th floor of her assisted living facility. The floor that Wendy resides on is the memory unit, and it is for the residents that have memory loss. The talk star host says that she is not allowed to leave the 5th floor and that she doesn't even have access to the elevator. Hearing this, I completely understand what Wendy means by saying that it's like living in a prison, because this place does act like she is a prisoner, and that is no way for her to live. Wendy was diagnosed with Graves' disease in 2023 after fainting during a live broadcast. In 2024, the TV host was diagnosed with primary progressive aphasia and frontotemporal dementia. FTD is a form of dementia that affects the frontal and temporal lobes of the brain. PPA specifically affects speech comprehension and writing. Lately, Wendy has been raising questions about her health. Recently, Wendy noticed that her medication had been changed, and despite repeatedly asking about the change, she claims that neither her doctor nor court-appointed guardian have given her an answer and have ignored her concerns. She began pressing them for answers when she was handed a pill by a nurse that looked different from her normal medication. But the medical staff have given her no clarity or reassurance, and she has been met with only silence. Wendy has thousands of loving and adoring fans that are worried about her well-being. Her fans have been supporting her with free Wendy protests and free Wendy hashtags on social media. A GoFundMe account has been opened up by friends and family members to assist with her legal fees. And before you ask, why would Wendy need a GoFundMe account? Even though Wendy has her own money, Sabrina the Guardian has control of it, and Wendy can't touch anything. At last check, Wendy's GoFundMe has been closed, but it was able to raise over $48,000. Recently, she has done some interviews on The Breakfast Club, with Charlemagne the God, on TMZ, with Charles Latibaudiere and Harvey Levin, and also with Don Lemon on his YouTube channel, The Don Lemon Show. YouTube and online personality Tasha K also helped to raise money for Wendy's legal fees. Bitcoin billionaire and former child actor Brock Pierce offered his help by saying that he wants to help Wendy by putting her up in one of his mansions with around-the-clock medical care. He offered his assistance after Wendy made public that she wanted to end her guardianship. Wendy has now hired attorney Joe Tacopina, who is one of the entertainment industry's best and most in-demand attorneys. In the past, he has worked with many celebrities, with the most current celebrity being Rihanna's baby daddy, A$AP Rocky. He secured a win in the A$AP Rocky gun assault trial. I can't wait for the day that Wendy is out of this guardianship and is able to have control of her money, control of her peace of mind, and control of her sanity. She has been a huge presence to the culture and is a veteran DJ that paved the way for many. Let's keep Wendy in our prayers. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. It's a free way to support this channel.